Okay, so I have put in some settings in the transmitter here, and what I'm going to do now is just show you a quick flight demonstration of how the heli flies with these settings. Basically it's set very tame, very little servo throw on it, just enough to hover it around and get familiar with hovering and you know how the lift works on this heli and whatnot. And then here I've got position here for 3. It would be normal, stunt mode 1 and stunt mode 2. I've got this set up basically with a little bit of difference in pitch and rotor speed, and I will explain that to you later. But I will flick the switch in the video to show you the differences, and you will hear the motor start to go faster as I go to stunt mode 1 and stunt mode 2. And then it'll also behave differently as far as how it lifts. And the third position, stunt mode 3, basically is going to be to get you familiarized with having negative pitch, to see how it will lift and go down as you're moving the throttle stick. So let's have a look. While I'm flying, we're going to show you the stick, the cyclic stick, and what you will see is I will be banging the stick totally like this. You know, the aileron stick, and I'll be, you know, slamming the elevator stick to the max, and you will see that the helicopter will still stay in the air. You would need to hold it in one position for 2 seconds in a row, like in order for this heli to get out of control and crash it. So let's have a look at this. I'm gonna go to normal mode, and let's look at it go up. Okay, so now it's almost hovering by itself. I need very little cyclic corrections to keep it hovering. It's in 3-axis. And all I'm concentrating on now is to keep it at the same height. Alright, now if we look at the sticks, I can go back and forth like this, and it's hardly doing anything. Same with backward and forward. It's not doing much at all. Now, this said, if I want to fly a little bit, I can still do that. You still go backward. You still go forward. And all the functions are there, just the same. You go sideways. You bring it back here. Work the aileron left and right. Just the same. Left and right. But it behaves like a very extremely tame helicopter. So this is more than anything else is for hovering practice, right? To learn to get the helicopter in the air and, you know, essentially keep it in the air and not crash it so easily. Now let's stick this to stunt mode 1, and let's listen to the RPM on the motor. You saw it go down a little bit because there's a tiny bit of negative pitch added to this, so it'll be behaving a little bit different the way it lifts. And now let's flick it to stunt mode 3. And now we're pretty much got almost 100% rotation on the motor here. And of course it spins a lot faster. Now I'm going to go back to normal mode. And as you see, when you do that, it wants to shoot up a little bit because I've got linear curves set up on this. So if you go from stunt mode 2 to normal mode, basically the pitch is higher. You've got more pitch on the blades, positive pitch, and it shoots up a bit. So you need to keep that in mind. And let me show you the cyclic one more time here. I'm going to hover it a little bit, and I'm going to show you how, even if I slam the sticks here, I am not going to crash this heli. It's going to fly itself. And now let's show one more thing I want to show you. Let me land it now. Once you've been flying, like hovering for a little bit, you might want to start, you know, trying to do turns with it, going around. So what I recommend is very simple. What you have to do is take your heli for a walk. So now the camera will stay here. What you're going to see me is essentially taking the camera for the heli for a walk. I will be doing turns, doing some easy flying indoor, but I will be staying behind the heli and following it, keeping the tail towards me. Let's have a look. Okay, so I hover in, and let's have one turn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk with it. Take my heli for a walk. I'm going to go forward with it. Just keep moving with it. I'm going to go left, I'm going to turn left with it. And just take my heli for a walk like that. That way you can get familiarized with the kind of stick movements you need to achieve these mental turns like this. While flying your heli, eventually you can try doing side hovering and nose and hovering. So we go basically flying my heli indoor now, and I'm taking it for a walk. Okay, that's that. Now I'll just show you a little bit. You may feel like the settings are very, very tame for it, but essentially, for someone with no experience flying anything else than a coaxial, it's still a heck of a lot faster than a coaxial. See, if I punch it forward a bit, it will move quite fast. You can look at the heli now. It's going forward, still flying quite fast. So it's fast enough to fly around indoor, and it's giving you a big handicap as far as the cyclic is concerned, in order to, look at the transmitter now, in order to not crash this heli. You can slam the sticks on this, no problem, and it's not going to go anywhere. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this is helpful.